Hello and welcome to Reading the Bible with Andre. Today we'll be reading out of the book of Genesis, chapter 14. So if you have a Bible, feel free to follow along as I'll be reading out of the Living Translation. Now war filled the land of Amraphel, king of Shinar, Arak, king of Elasar, Chedorlaomer fought against Bera, king of Sodom, Bersha, king of Gomorrah, Shinab, king of Admah, Shemer, king of Zeboim, and the king of Bela, later called Zor. These kings of Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, Zeboim, and Bela mobilized their armies in Siddim Valley, that is the valley of the Dead Sea. For 12 years they had all been subject to King Chedorlaomer, but now in the 13th year they rebelled. 1 year later, Chedorlaomer and his allies arrived, and the slaughter began. For they were victorious over the following tribes at places indicated: the Rephaim in Ashatorah, Karnaim, the Zuzum in Ham, the Emim in the plain of Kirataim, the Horites in Mount Seir, and far as El Paran, at the edge of the desert. They then swung around to Emish, Pat, later called Kadesh, and destroyed the Amalekites and also the Amorites living in Hazan Tamar. But now the other army, that of kings of Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, Zeboim, and Bela, Zor, unsuccessfully attacked Chedorlaomer and his allies, as they were in the Dead Sea Valley, 4 kings against 5. As it happened, the valley was full of asphalt pits, and as the army of kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled, some slipped into the pits, and the remainder fled to the mountains. Then the victors plundered Sodom and Gomorrah and carried off all their wealth and food, and went off their homeward way, taking with them Lot, Abram's nephew, who lived in Sodom, and all he owned. One of the men who escaped came and told Abram the Hebrew was camping among the oaks belonging to Mamre, the Amorite, brother of Eshcol and Aner, Abram's allies. When Abram learned that Lot had been captured, he called together the men born into his household, 318 of them in all, and all chased after the retiring army as far as Dan. He divided his men and attacked during the night from several directions and pursued fleeing army to Hobah, north of Damascus. And he recovered everything, the loot that had been taken, his relatives, Lot, and all Lot's possessions, including the women and other captives. As Abram returned from his strike against Chedorlaomer and other kings at the valley of Shaveh, later called King's Valley, the king of Sodom came out to meet him, and Melchizedek, the king of Salem, Jerusalem, who was a priest of the God of highest heaven, brought him bread and wine. Then Melchizedek blessed Abram with this blessing: the blessing of the supreme God, creator of heaven and earth, be upon you, Abram, and blessed be God, who has delivered your enemies over to you. Then Abram gave Melchizedek a tenth of all the loot. The king of Sodom told him, "Just give me back my people who were captured. Keep for yourself the booty stolen from my city." But Abram replied, "I have solemnly promised Jehovah, the supreme God, creator of heaven and earth, that I will not take so much as a single thread from you, lest you say, Abram is rich because of what I gave him. All I'll accept is what these young men of mine have eaten, but give a share of the loot to Aner, Eshcol, and Mamre, my allies. Ah, that's some kind of story there with a lot of tongue twister names as well, as I tried to read those as best I could. But yeah, a lot of interesting stuff there. As we see some battles going on, we see some wrongs being made right by the people keeping their faith in God. We see Lot going through some early tribulation as he was captured, but then later returned. Yeah, a lot of things happen here, but keeping the faith and believing in God got them through these very tough times. So that's kind of relevant to today with a lot of what's going on and the tough times of the current situations here in the world. But yeah, it's very good. And Abram, had the faith, and he was very strong, fought for his family, got Lot back, got his men back, his other people, and got many other things, and was blessed because he kept his faith in the Lord. And was even a witnessing tool, as it even impressed others who he went against, that they also praised him as well. So very good story, and good lessons to just keep in mind for when times get tough. To always keep your faith in the Lord and pray, and in the end things will work out. Even when it looks dark, the Lord will get us through. So if you have any prayer requests or any questions, you can always feel free to let me know in the comment section below. I'd be glad to pray for you and get back to you on any questions you may have. And just want to ask everyone just keep praying out there for us to get through this tough situation going on right now in the world and in America. And just keep the prayers going, have faith, and we'll be back again very soon to do another episode of Reading the Bible with Andre. Thank you for watching, and have a good day. God be with you.